All right, going over your data, I have the fastball on here, which is tagged a little bit more as a cutter. What we're seeing that right there. And then we're having the changeup over here, your old slider, and then your new slider. So the one thing I'm going to focus on here is that slider. So for instance, we were having that slider here. It had a lot more backspin to it, which is why it wasn't really getting too far across that horizontal break, and it had a more didn't have enough movement to really be considered a slider. So we were obviously adjusting those wrist positions, those different angles on the videos we've shown you. Everything's been looking good. So what I mean by backspin is we were having too much of the ball spinning this way in terms of that's the way the arrow's going, right? Their starting point, we're just spinning that ball with a little bit of backspin and a little bit of spin like a bullet. And what we started to focus more on was putting more top spin onto the ball along with that bullet spin. So when it's coming out of the hand, we want it to spin like a bullet coming out of a gun. So combining those two aspects of it has gotten our slider moving from this 2 vertical break to roughly 2-ish horizontal to getting it more into the -6 and on the vertical break, so adding more depth, and then the -10 on the horizontal. So we're adding that movement on there, and we don't have the velocities pulled up here, but it is being thrown harder. I don't remember exactly how much harder off the top of my head, but we're getting a lot more velocity added onto that pitch. So good job with the slider. We're making that work pretty well, and what you're able to see is even though that fastball has that cut action on it, we're trying to actually add more movement going to the arm side as well as up to add ride to that ball. Because right now, it's about 9 inches, 8.5 inches of ride right now or movement up. And then you're at about roughly 8-ish, 7.5, somewhere in there, inches of horizontal or arm side movement. So what we're looking to do is just push that ball more up, right? And the reason for that is when you were throwing that, if this is your fingers, right? I'm doing my best to draw a hand here on the ball. That's the best we're going to be able to do. You were spinning that ball to have more bullet spin on it. So, don't dial too much into my drawings there. So here's the thumb. And now what we're doing is getting that thumb and middle finger a little more behind so we can create more backspin, which is going to help us create more ride or lift, whatever we want to use it. Obviously, we're using Pitch Logic, and they use the term lift, right? So that's a good measure to pay attention to. Overall, we have improved that because before, and I forgot to include it in this data set, but you were down here. So we are trending that in the right direction. And the good thing is even with the movement properties it has is you're throwing that ball harder than you have, right? We've been consistently in that 80, upper 80s, 88-ish plus range pretty consistently. It sounds like occasionally you've hit a few 90s possibly. So that's good. You'll be able to get a radar gun on your next outing, hopefully. And then the changeup, we're getting a little bit of movement off there. But as we improve the fastball, your changeup is a very good performing pitch right now. So I'm not going to go through making really any crazy adjustments on there to try to increase the movement. We're just going to try to keep increasing the fastball now that we have the slider, which is profiling more as a curveball, and the good changeup already, which is getting good results. And again, we don't want to go through and just change a pitch if we're already getting really good results on it. So the changeup's going well. The slider or slurve, curve, whatever you want to call it, is now going well. Now our next area of emphasis is just going to be keep improving that fastball, which right now you're going to beat a lot of guys in high school with it, but we want to make sure that it's a college-ready fastball with that movement. The velo's there, but now we got to start hammering out that movement aspects. Keep up the good work. Everything's getting better. This is just a quick rundown. We're going to keep these coming for you as you keep getting better and keep improving, and we keep updating that data set. Good job. Go get them on the next outing.